And we're back to season 2. I'm Brad.
And I'm Brooke.
We're continuing with The Walking Dead. You can watch our previous video where we went over The Walking Dead season 1. We already watched season 1 and 2. This is Brooke's first time watching. Brooke, how do you feel about it so far?
I'm really excited. I love the show. I said in the other video I didn't expect to. It wasn't something I would have watched on my own. And I watched it and I'm hooked.
So let's go to season 2, episode 1. They just left the CDC. They blew it. It's been blown up. Yeah. Now they're on the road and they get to the point where there's a traffic jam because I forgot where they said they have a destination on where they were thinking about going.
It's in Alabama somewhere.
The big event was when the horde came and you see everyone's hiding underneath the cars and you see Sophia.
That was scary. That
was scary. Carol's in a position where she can't really help Sophia and everyone's having to be really quiet. And then we see Andrea being stuck into the RV. So any thoughts about what you were thinking during that scene?
Well, when we watched it, I was only thinking of what was happening in the moment in the scene. But later, it made me think about how all those cars were stuck on the highway. So all of those people that were initially driving out in those cars either got out and abandoned their car, tried to run away, or walkers got them in their car and killed them. And I guess I just looked at it like all of these cars were just there. And, you know, later I was like, oh my goodness, like all the people in those cars. I don't know. I don't. Yeah. It just didn't, the full weight of like what happened didn't hit me till later. So frustrating. That part that was great that they found that truck that had all the water in it. It didn't hit me till later that they never took that water, did they?
Oh yeah, you're right.
They didn't get any of that water.
Listen. They don't get winded. I do. And I can only deal with them one at a time. I wouldn't be able to protect you. This is how we both survive. You understand? Okay. Go.
The thing with Sophia freaked me out. And I thought, you know, it's scary anyway, but for a child, and you know, as an adult, you're like, okay, we have to be quiet. But a kid is going to react however they react. Like, they might know that they're supposed to be quiet, but if they're scared, they're gonna scream. And then, so it's like, it's even scarier that they're traveling with kids because of, like, you can't necessarily keep them safe. If they can't control their own reactions to things, you can't keep them safe. So that was scary.
And you pointed to something out too. Sophia and Carl are, since they're the only kids left, then what did you think was going to happen with them?
Well, I figured, like, of course they're gonna end up together. They'll get older, and because what are their other options?
They had no other options. Yeah, exactly. So I think
I just was expecting
that was kind of what was expected. Yeah. So she gets lost, and Rick finds her, tells her to keep the sun on the right side, which I thought was, no kid's gonna remember to do that. So
well, and I mean, it made sense. Like with an adult, you might say like, go north or whatever. A kid like doesn't really get that. So I think it made sense that he was trying to explain directions to her in a way that he thought she would understand as a child. You know, like it does make more sense to a child. Like if you're walking, the sun should be over here on this side, or I get that. But my first thought with that is, what if she doesn't know right from left? Because a lot of kids don't. You know, a lot of adults don't. So I thought she could be going the opposite way he told her to go. and not even know it. I don't blame him for leaving her. Like, I get what he was trying to do in, like, having her hide and him get the walkers. Like, I get it. But it was a really hard storyline, because just the whole thought of someone being missing. I mean,
yeah,
we know just small personal experiences how it's so hard to just not know what happened to someone and someone being missing.
About when they showed them cutting open a walker to see if maybe one had eaten Sophia. What'd you feel about that scene? Daryl cut that open.
So grossed out because I thought the smell. I kept thinking of the smell, and then like when I thought of things spraying out. Also, I didn't know what they were gonna find, so I thought when they cut open this walker, is it gonna be like you see like bones in there or something? I don't know. It was so it was really gross. And then I wondered if they were going to find like they'd pull out her clothing out of the stomach or something. So that was.
Carl sees a deer and he goes towards the deer and he gets shot. That I know that shot, that like I knew you didn't see it coming at all. So yeah, I
was like I couldn't breathe. I literally felt like I couldn't breathe. And I kept telling myself like, it's a TV show, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
But I was so upset because I just thought like, this kid, like he's a child. And then, and I felt really bad for in the next episode when you see the person that shot him, I felt so bad for them because it's not like they were trying to hurt this child. They were hunting. I mean, they thought they were just providing for their family by hunting. They never meant to hit a child, and imagine how awful you would feel. So what do you, since you've seen it and I haven't, like without spoiling it.
Yeah.
Is that kind of showing he's changing as a person overall?